Hello. 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 Can you introduce yourself, Karunya? గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ అండి. వన్ లేడీ కారుణ్య రెడ్డి అని జాయిన్ అయిన మీ రెఫరెన్స్ అండి. ఓకే, బికాస్ పీపుల్ I am not they have not have in the list also. So they should have the screen name what you're saying. Umerza and Shiva ఎవరో చెప్పారు కదా. ఓకే, ఈ ఇద్దరు జాయిన్ అవుతారు. ఓకే, జాయిన్. ఓకే, అర్చన పటేల్ది డబ్బులు వచ్చేసాయి, మిగతా ఇద్దరిది రాలేదు. వాళ్ళు చేస్తారా? ఆహా, పేమెంట్ వాళ్ళు చేస్తారా? ఓకే, ఓకే, లింక్ వాళ్ళకి మీరు పంపించేస్తారా? రైట్, నేను మీకు అడ్మిన్ చేశానండి, వాళ్ళిద్దరికి మీరు యాడ్ చేసేసి. రైట్. Yeah, good evening to all of you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you so much.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Some of you do not have proper screen name. If you can.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Sadgurkar. How do you pronounce your name, sir? Sadgur. There was some name with Kavanya, Karuna. She is not registered with us. If she can introduce herself, or too nice. Ratnaji, good evening to you. Thakur ma'am.
Hi. Sir. Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Pleasure
Long
to be
time.
part of this meeting.
Yeah, long time.
Yeah, I am head teacher from Glendale Academy.
Yes, yes.
So after a long time, again, I am getting a chance to meet you again.
Yeah, 2010, you had attended a session, it seems.
Exactly. One session I had attended. Afterwards, this is the second session which I am going to attend.
Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. Revati Garu, good evening. Prashanti, Soumya, Saujanya, good evening. There are two Saujanyas, Saujanya Reddy and Saujanya from.
How are you, sir?
How are you, sir? How are you, ma'am?
Yeah, good, sir.
Good.
Doing
Thank
good.
you. Thank you. Dr. Sridhar, thanks for referring two of your colleagues, I think. Three of your colleagues. Archana.
Yeah, good evening, Sheshatri Garu.
Thank you. Umbrez and Jyoti. Archana has not joined yet.
Yeah, I sent message also.
Yeah, yeah. With them, I think our registrations have gone to good numbers. 37, I think. Soumya, is Nikhil joining?
Sir, not today, sir. As I
Okay.
said, he is shifting his home.
I'm okay. Tomorrow onwards. Take.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow onwards.
Yeah. We are 25. Another 10 people to join. We have 3-4 minutes. We'll give time for all.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. Rohit from Pune. Good evening, Rohit.
Good evening, sir.
Thanks for joining. Kuldeep from Udaipur. Thank you so much, Kuldeep. Kiran Kumar Garu, you are starting a new school. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you, Sheshadri Garu.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good evening, sir. This is Shruti from Pune.
Hi, Shruti. How are you?
Yeah, I'm
Sorry,
good.
I was mentioning Chennai, because I don't know why it got tagged as.
Yeah, it's okay, not a problem.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. We have 26. Mr. Mahmoodi Ali sir, welcome, sir. Thank you so much. Anybody else would like to introduce themselves, since we have still 2-3 minutes time?
Yeah,
Mr.
good evening.
Mahmood. Mr.
Good evening, sir.
Mahmood.
How are you?
I'm fine. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're in Hyderabad or Dubai?
No, I'm in Hyderabad, sir. Dubai,
Okay.
it is locked down. Travel is restricted. So,
Oh, okay. Okay. Good. So, Shobna, good evening. Shobna from Bangalore. Divya, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Thanks. So we are 28 people and 1 minute to go. So we'll wait for a minute and then start. Archana is joining. Archana from Gulbarga. Thank you, Archana, for joining.
Thank you.
Yeah. Gautam, good evening. Sri Krishna, good evening. Selin, good evening.
Very good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Srivatsava, good evening. to you. Sanu, good evening. Rajesh, good evening.
sir.
Yeah. So it's 7:30. I think time for us to start. So I'm muting all of you, and you have a permission to unmute yourself whenever we are having interaction. Thank you so much. I just want a confirmation. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Just so today we are going to discuss this agenda. We are going to discuss 3 of the standards. ISO 9001, which is going to talk about quality management system, how it could be implemented. Then ISO 45000, which is occupational health and safety system. And third one is ISO 21001, which is meant for educational organizations, how the management system should be developed. Like an intro seminar which I had on Saturday, I had told you that why integrated management system is essential in schools. So this most important subject today for all of us as parents and stakeholders. So I want you to reflect and tell me now, how do we implement safety mechanisms in the any institution? You can unmute yourself and share. How do we initiate safety practices, or how do we initiate safety mechanisms in the school, college, university? Anyone? Dr. Sridhar?
Yeah, good evening to all of you. There are few aspects to be considered, sir.
Okay.
Like in the current situation, to handle current situation, the safety mechanism or precautionary measures that are to be taken are different. And usual things, other safety precautions, like say for example, labs are there, fire extinguishers are to be kept. Suppose labs equipped with high voltage machines, there certain measures are to be taken, and precautionary boards are to be kept. And
So what would be the generic action which will ensure safety of an institution or safety of property, people around, and what would be those action items? Because
emergency preparedness, sir.
Okay.
orientation of the stakeholders. That means the people who are into the system.
Okay. What else? Any other thoughts? Any other participants? Shruti?
Sir, maybe we need to do risk assessment and we need to identify all the hazards or the hazards associated with the school or colleges, whatever premises.
Beautiful. Is it Shruti? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Shruti. Thank you. Lovely. That's a good answer.
Sir, Sri Krishna here.
Yes, Sri Krishna.
Sir, one thing is workplace safety for the employees or the people staff who are working present there, and one other would be the food safety, which is related to canteens or cafeterias.
Yes.
Another would be transportation safety, which ensures the movement.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you. So I'll build upon what Shruti has said. Actually, in any educational institution, organization, these are the 3 action items which we should initiate to ensure safety of all stakeholders, be it visitors, parents, suppliers, service providers, etc. Action number 1, we need to identify hazards in all our operations. What is a hazard?
There any danger or something?
Yes. Any danger?
Which is threat to the survival of human beings.
Correct. So anybody else? Shruti, what is a hazard? Shobna?
Sir, for me, hazard is all the potential risk which may occur, which can damage the environment or person, human, everything.
So you added new word there, risk. Okay. What is the difference between risk and hazard then?
In
Just
words,
give
I
us
cannot explain. For me, it's similar.
It is not same, Shruti. It is not same. Yeah.
Just give us I want to try.
Yeah. Please let us not go by bookish definition. And it is not a theoretical class. So we need to improve our perspective, improve our understanding of the subject. Then,
So can I this is Gautam sir, can I say about hazard?
Yes.
Generally hazard is like something that causes harm,
Okay.
that will definitely cause a harm. But risk is like, it's like a meter,
Effect,
like whether it effect and it can be high or consequences. Yeah.
Yes. So how would you do a hazard and risk analysis in a school? What is the approach you'll adopt, Gautam? Building upon what you have said.
One is HACCP, sir.
Okay.
Hazard analysis critical control points.
You're adding new terminologies. Instead of that, I'm just asking you.
Right.
It's not related to food. Anything. How do you initiate a hazard and risk assessment study?
Hello. So can I answer?
Who is this?
I'm Pratna speaking.
What's your
Thakur.
name?
Miss
Oh, yeah,
Thakur.
yeah. Pratna, yes, please.
So when we consider risk and hazards, risks
Mhm.
are like there is a probability of having a risk. In that case, we will not stop taking any new initiatives in the school. We will take calculative risks, wherein sometimes there would be a probability of having better benefits also. But hazards are like this is well defined. It's going to harm that school in any other manner. So we would be prepared to attack those hazards, like to attend those hazards. We are prepared with the preventive measures. For the risks, we need to have the courage to take calculative risks and for some new initiatives, so that there is a probability of having the benefits as well.
Thank you. Pratna, your name is Pratna, right?
Yes, Prarthana Thakur.
Pratna Thakur, yeah. That's fine. And the context which I was trying to build upon is hazards and risk, what Gautam was mentioning, cause and effect. Suppose you have a pothole. Will that be a hazard or is a risk?
So that's a hazard, sir.
Yes. So because that might lead to an injury or an accident or incident kind of a thing. So that is a risk of, injury or risk of something risk associated with that hazard. So my question to all of you, we have understood in a very layman's language, what is a hazard and what is a risk. My next question to you is, how do we go about studying this in a school? कहाँ से शुरू करोगे आप? Where do you start? Where do you begin this?
Sir, at the entrance of the gate.
No. How will you do this activity, Gautam?
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about an approach,
Sir, can I?
Who is this? Shruti, yes.
Shruti, yeah. So maybe we need to identify all the hazards under the premises of the school, and then we need to define the risk level.
So how will you identify hazards, Shruti?
So we need to define the boundary.
Hello, sir.
Okay.
Good evening. Vinod here.
Yes, Vinod.
Sir, first
Sir.
we need to in the school.
Lovely, love you.
Three
So
what the risk and hazard, sir?
Yeah, Vinod is right. Just hold on, I'll mute. Request all of you to keep it muted so that we can have a conversation. Please note, this is not a theory class. I want participation, and that's how we are going to learn. So Vinod, can you unmute yourself and then say?
Yes, sir. So for identifying any risk and hazard, first we need to go through what are the activities are happening in the school.
Yes.
So through which we'll be able to identify the different risk and hazards, sir.
Beautiful. So Vinod says that we should identify activities department wise. Every classroom could be you can have in a classroom, what are the hazards, right? In a playground, what are the hazards? In a canteen, what are the hazards? In a laboratory, what are the hazards? So for having that, we should first list out the activities of complete school in a classified manner, in a categorized manner, kind of a thing. Once you do that, then we should brainstorm and see what are the potential risks. What are the potential risks? Risk can lead to injuries. It could lead to fatalities and all. So that's how the hazard and risk assessment is carried out in any organization. It is also called as HIRA, HIRA, hazard identification risk assessment. Vinod, is that right? Shruti?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So after you identify risk, what you will do next?
Can I add to it?
What's your name, please?
Mahmood.
Ma'am, please.
Yeah, after you identify the risk, basically, you need to document the risk and then analyze what is going to be the impact of the risk, in which way, and then come out with a policy to be implemented.
Okay, a good thought. Any other
Sri
thought?
Krishna here.
Yes, Sri Krishna.
We have to prioritize the risk.
Just hold on. My request is kindly keep it muted. It is disturbing the session. May I request participants who are not having interactions or speaking, kindly keep it muted, because yeah, who's this? Sri Krishna, right? Please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Yeah. We have to prioritize the risk, sir. Urgent.
Is it Sri Krishna? Is it at your end the disturbance is there? Can you? Yeah. Any other person who can handle this?
Me, sir?
Who is it? Yeah,
Saujanya.
Shobana, please.
No, Saujanya.
Saujanya, please.
First of all, why mitigation, sir, to reduce the impact of hazards of our infrastructures?
No, my question, please understand. We have listed out the activities. We have identified the hazards. You don't do simultaneously all things. The first activity is listing out all activities in our school. Number one. Activity wise, you have to identify hazard.
Yes, sir.
For every activity, there could be a hazard. It could be 1 hazard, 2 hazards, or 3 hazards.
List of.
Then for every hazard, there could be 1 risk, 2 risks, 3 risks. So this is the step-by-step process which we need to implement. What my question was, what do you do after once you do the risk assessment? So Mr. Mahmood said that he will understand or evaluate how much impact it is going to make. So we were there. So from there we need to, yeah, Celine.
Yes. Control measures, sir.
Before control measures, what you should do? You have, say, 100 risks in school.
Yeah.
Will we stop living?
No, we'll just check on the consequences, and based on that, prepare the control measures and adhere to that. And then once again, check on it, how the control measures can work on to
Celine,
lead the hazard.
you have been in industry for, yeah.
Divya here. We have to prioritize the risk, sir.
Lovely, Priva. Divya has said very rightly, we have to prioritize, which is significant, which is trivial and all. There could be a rating system which you can develop internally. So any significant risk only you'll work on. You'll not work on all the risk which is there. It is not possible as an organization or as a human endeavor effort also.
Yeah,
so
here, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Sadhguru.
Yeah, we basically, once we have the risk line down, we need to basically do the prioritization as rightly said by Divya. Then we should basically see the threshold level, which are acceptable as a whole, and which way we work on.
Yeah.
Which are higher than the acceptable value, we need to work on.
Because driving a scooter, you have risk, right? Will you stop driving? No. So we need to decide what is significant to us, what is important to us, and what will greatly impact in terms of loss or injury. And then only on significant risks, we'll have control measures. Of course, and for other risks, I'm not saying that ignore them. Some of the risks you can, I have mentioned in the third line is mitigating risk. You can educate people, you can change the process, you can eliminate the risk, you can reduce the risk, you can transfer it to an insurance company or give it to a specialist who will manage it. So there are ways and means where you can manage the risk. So if we are working with a school and want safety across the institution, step one, we need to list out the activities. Step two, everything together as a brainstorm. A team of people have to do it. It should not be done by individual.
Sorry for interruption, sir. Ramesh here. The slides are not changing. Same first page only is coming, sir.
I have not changed the slides, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. So Step 1 is listing out activities. Step 2 is identifying hazards. Once you identify hazards activity wise, because one thumb rule you should know, that for every activity there could be one or more hazards. For every hazard there could be one or more risk. Once you complete this, create a system where you can prioritize your risks, and you should manage only significant risks. Rest of the things you can eliminate, and whatever solutions I have indicated. Is that okay, Dr. Sridhar?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, sir. Right. Any questions you have on this? It's very, I'm trying to make it very simple, because these 3 standards, once you read this standards, it's a 40 pages kind of a thing. But I'm trying to give you a summary, a nutshell, so that you are able to apply the knowledge when you are working with schools, and this makes sense for even the schools, Good. Today, it has become an important aspect. How do we do this? What do we do for this online safety? Our children are children, right? So what do we do this? If you have read the recent Forbes report, which I've shared with some of you earlier, more than 188 countries are closing the schools. 188 countries, Of course, India would not. India doesn't have that such of infrastructure, and most of the countries are small countries, and they are opting for homeschooling. So even homeschooling, and it will be a culture in times to come. So how do we go about this subject? Because it is pertinent, it's important, essential. What do we do? For ensuring online safety? Who is responsible? School or parents?
Both are responsible.
Stakeholders, sir.
It's always the school first, and accordingly, I mean, like side parallelly, it's parents.
Any other thought?
So can you repeat the question again? There was a connectivity issue.
Yeah, this is an important subject, online safety. So what do we do? How do we manage online safety?
Educate students on the subject.
Who is that?
Sadhguru.
Yeah, educate students on it. Okay.
Yeah, because
So there should be
management
lot
and the
of
parents are already the stakeholders who are responsible, being the majority level being different. But students should also be taught on this very differently, so that they understand from this understanding of the parents and the management of the school.
Okay. Any
Just
other?
to add on, sir, to what Sadhguru said, probably creating awareness is very important at the moment.
Can you introduce yourself and say, because it
This
helps
is
me to.
Soumya, sir.
Yeah,
Sure,
Soumya.
sir. So basically,
please.
this is just to create awareness, just to add on to what he just said.
Okay. Any other thoughts? Pratnaji, how are you ensuring in Glendale Academy?
Yeah.
How are you ensuring online safety?
So we have started quite effectively these online classes at Glendale Academy, sir. So we made it a point that in every class, when we have started right from prep to today itself, we have started our prep classes also. So we made it a point of sharing the first day, bonding and connecting day. We are sharing about the netiquettes. It's called as a terminology. We have used it as a netiquettes of using online classes. Like what are the netiquettes to be followed for when they are attending the class, and they are following synchronous and asynchronous method. Synchronous is online classes, one-to-one, face-to-face teacher is dealing with the students. Asynchronous, she is assigning some projects wherein the child has to sit with the net and browse and collect information. So for that reason, following these all the safety measures is very important. So we have conducted online virtual parent orientation meetings, and even we have conducted with the students also in a large scale, sharing with them that all the measures to be taken for not accessing these all the unwanted media and unwanted things, and even for the social media for access, how to curb these all the things. We have educated for the parents also, so they need to add install some apps which are safety measures which they can follow, so that children won't get that access to those all the unwanted social media, and even they can have that safety environment when they are dealing with this online research and project methods.
Thank you.
So these all the measures are taken.
Thank you. So anybody else from school? Teachers or anybody who's working in school in the group or institution, what they are doing for online safety?
Sir, can I speak?
What is
I'm
your name?
Shruti. I'm Shruti, but
Yes,
I'm not
Shruti.
from the schooling background.
So, okay. As a parent, you tell me what you will do.
Yeah. Suppose I want to work on online safety, then maybe I will work on first identify all the hazards, like you told, associated with the online activity, online schooling or online safety. And then maybe we can prioritize, maybe with respect to the time of the student for which they are sitting, or the involvement of the parent, or unwanted things which they can see. And then maybe after identification of all the hazards and risks associated with that, then we can prioritize that, and then we can define the action plan.
What is safety, Shruti?
Can I ask one question? Mahmood here.
Just hold on. Shruti, what is safety?
Yes. So safety is for me is like the person who
No bookish definition. No bookish definition. Your
no,
practical thought process.
Yes, safety is like the person should be comfortable for doing that work. It should not be like have some impact.
Any other thought? What is the safety?
Yeah, my question was the same thing. Should we first we should define what is online safety? That's what I wanted to raise.
Online is different. I'm just trying to ask safety, because then I'll build upon from there.
Safety
What is safety?
Basically where you yourself, your content, your data is safe, and basically your journey is safe. You return back as you went.
Okay. Any other thoughts?
Safe from hazards.
Verma sir from Kolkata. Sir, I want to know, what do you understand by the term or word safety, sir?
Hello, sir. Vinod here.
Yes, Vinod.
So safety is a condition of being protected from any kind of hazards or risk.
Beautiful. So it is more of a, to be put in a very simple words, it's a freedom from risk. It is freedom from all types of risk. That is safety. So when we are talking about online safety, we understand what it online is. And so if we have that boundary as online safety, what are the kind of risks associated, and how do we free ourselves from that? That's our online safety, actually. So these are some of the best practices which I have gathered from different sources. One, it is recommended that there has to be a routine for both teachers as well as students, because normally what happens is safety gets impacted because of unsafe conditions or unsafe acts. I repeat, any safety is impacted or consequences happen because of unsafe actions or unsafe conditions. So looking at that, when it is recommended that we should have a routine for teachers and students, so they're little focused on their purpose of or the activities. And today there is a mushroom growth of online tools. Everybody has come out with one or other tool. Everybody is right, but it is essential for parents, it is essential for schools to see what kind of tools are right, and there would be definitely technical reviews available, and a lot of people would have definitely evaluated, and then we opt for right tool. That is a second recommendation. This is not my recommendation. These are what I have gathered, best practices from different sources, and trying to present it to you. Third thing which is suggested is a robust support systems at home. Uh, uh, we all we get used to internet or online so much that it's very difficult to uh, come out of it, and there has to be a support systems like family talk times and all, which will help children to come out of the addiction or come out of the workload which they have because of online. They'll free themselves up. Otherwise, their health also is a place, a thing which would get affected. Responsibility sharing through tasks. Now, whether it is a school or home, I think we need to involve children, students, teachers in different activities other than online assignments, online studies, etc., so that they are not affected because of lot of side effects are there because of online activities. So those things are reduced. Actually, you can counter them. We all need friends. We need help. We need to talk. So we need to ensure that we are enabling relationships beyond a family. You may think that as parents I'm good for a friend to my children, but sometimes beyond parents, children need friend support system. So we need to create a mechanism which will ensure that our children, our students are safe. These are some of them. It's not complete list, but I'm just giving you these thoughts. The second thing which has come up with is workplace safety. Now with COVID coming in, what is expected of a school to take care of the COVID safety or workplace safety? I'm just for creating interest, I thought I'll call it as a COVID safety. What should the schools do, or what should we expect from schools? In terms of safe workplaces, safe organizations.
Social distancing is one requirement. Washing hands regularly are some of the minimum requirement.
So is that suffice?
Minimum for COVID.
It is information. A lot of information is already there. A lot of information is already there on internet, and so my question to all of us, all of you, is how do we ensure COVID safety or institutional safety in terms of with the reference of COVID only? I know that you are going to do hazard risk analysis. There also you can cover, but especially with respect to COVID, because this is going to be a normal thing for all of us in future. So how do we ensure COVID safety?
I want to answer here. Basically, the statement should come as a policy from the leadership of the institution.
Can you introduce yourself, sir?
Yeah, Mahmood here, sir. Mahmood here.
So whenever you're answering it, it is ideal for me or all of us. Just tell your name so that we are all appreciate that also. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mahmood here. Basically, your question was, I lost it. How are we basically going to implement the safety, right?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, the institution should come out with a policy on its entire stakeholders, the students, especially the infrastructure. So what I mean to say is, as a policy, it should come out from the leadership of the institution that we are basically a complete safe environment in terms of infrastructure, facility management, hygiene system, diet system. So the canteen is addressed here. So various components of the institution should be considered here. Then only it will be called a safe institution.
Any other thoughts? Dr. Sridhar? If you were to advise an institution.
Yeah. In terms of safety measures during this pandemic situation, certain things I'll tell you.
Okay.
Like right from entry to exit, the ward must be taken care.
Okay.
Like at entry level, a tunnel mechanism is to be provided, where sodium hypochlorite is to be sprayed with shields, such that even skin should not be damaged, such that the virus can be avoided. And secondly, after getting entry into the school environment, the entire campus should be disinfected on periodical basis. And third thing, like ultraviolet germ killers and air purifiers, these are to be provided. At the same time, the handling of various aspects, like say during the drinking of water and during taking lunch time, during these times, touching each other or otherwise handling various aspects, that must be taken care to the greater extent. And the toilets or the group activities, in these particular cases, physical distancing or these things to be maintained. These are certain things.
So these are all known facts.
Yeah.
This is known to everyone. It is known to children, it is known to parents, it is known to teachers, it is known to visitors, it is everyone knows this. So how do we as consultants advise schools on COVID safety? Yes, yeah. There is a disturbance behind us, so if it would be nice if it can be managed. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So Saujanya has mentioned sanitizing the whole school. Thanks, Saujanya. Yeah, I am looking for more perspectives.
Sir, in terms of enabling COVID safety inside the classrooms and all, I may suggest to the schools to increase their infrastructure, like decrease the classroom size and take in more teachers or faculty, so that the students can be handled well so that they maintain social distancing by normal. So that is one method where we can suggest.
Okay. Yes, Rajesh. Mr. Rajesh, you wanted to say something.
Yes, I was actually typing the message on chat box. So, first of all, above all this, handling the students for each teacher would be a very tough task, because the ratio of students to the teacher would be always comparatively less. So, what should be done is an awareness, a training should be first in place to handle, because especially the smaller kids or the children, they may be knowing things, but unknowingly they may be interacting, getting engaged with each other. So to avoid that, it's better what you preach should be practiced.
Shruti has typed in a chat box saying maybe we need to reduce the timing of school time, and we need to reduce the strength of class to half. Okay. Saujanya says allow one bench and one student and mark bench by his name. Okay.
Yes.
What is his name?
Sadhguru.
Yes.
Yeah, I suggested to the principal when I was talking for my daughter, she's in class 11, that you should have schools alternate day. Students should come Monday, Wednesday, Friday one batch, Tuesday, Thursday.
आप दिल्ली के हैं क्या सर? केजरीवाल के जगह के हैं?
फरीदाबाद.
So odd and even वाला जो दिल्ली में चला है वो सीख ला.
No, because there are 30 students in a class on average, and their sitting arrangement are 2 students per bench, 5 benches in 3 rows. That's a standard school where my daughter is studying. So I told them to have an alternative so that one student, one bench becomes the position, and students get 3 days off, because right now also they're working for about 4 hours, 9 to 1, to attend their 5 classes. They can have a better number of timings for the day, starting at 8 to maybe 2 o'clock
See,
or 3 o'clock.
life has become very tough for teachers,
Yeah,
students,
yeah,
parents, all.
yeah,
You know?
yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
trying to find a way, mechanism which we can, as consultants, should
yeah.
work with teachers. There's no ready-made solution. There is no
Yes.
one solution available, but we can always throw up a lot of ideas to schools, and then, like Ramesh Chandra saying, having 2 shifts. But Ramesh, idea looks good. It has its uh, consequences in terms of cost, the effort level, uh, and we have to be very practical in living our life. You know.
In such a manner, then the syllabus completion will become really a problem for
Yes, yes.
teachers.
So what I came up, this is my personal recommendation. I created this another half an hour ago. I was thinking about it, and so this is what I have suggested. Have a look at it. So see, this is going to be there. COVID or something new will come. COVID plus will come. COVID-20 will come, or whatever.
Sir, Sri Krishna here. Sir.
Just allow me to complete this.
Sure, yes, sir.
So this is one of the recommended as a consultant. If I am working with a school, I'll work upon culture. We have to build a new culture in the school itself. The existing culture, existing practices, existing way of doing things. We conduct a lot of meetings. Can we go to virtual ones? And the kind of visual inspections or checks we need to do, whether it should be done hourly basis or a daily basis. I don't know. We will have to figure it out. Similarly, we have to build a culture, we need to establish protocols. So if you look at set the protocols right, do the periodical inspections, and prefer for virtual engagements. It is you're trying to take care of everything in that process, and many leaders today leaders are supposed to listen from their ears, listen from their eyes. So they need to observe a lot of practices, how it's happening, and then bring about change in the way we do things. And that's the culture actually. So bottoms up, basically you need to look at protocols, periodical inspections, preference for virtual engagements, the practices. You need to install practices which are unique, which you might not have implemented anywhere in the last 10 years, 20 years, 40 years of the schooling. And also leaders or teachers need to be trained what is wrong. And it's not only teachers, even students need to be trained what might go wrong or what is going wrong, and they need to figure it out, or they need to inform the concerned. So observation is not only for students or teachers, it's everyone, and that has to become, and we need to promote new culture. That's my recommendation. Any thoughts on this subject which I have shared? Any addition you want to do? Because this is how I will like to remember, I will like to practice as a consultant. This is what my recommendation. Everything else, I was been thinking about it for some time, but I have played out, with these words, the acronym of COVID. I done a lot of experiments, and then this is what I have arrived at actually. You need to set protocols, which you all have been talking. We need to ensure whether these protocols are being adhered to. And most important is, if we have option, prefer virtual engagement. And we need to teach people around to ensure that, what do we observe and how do we observe. We have to teach people in observing things. And all these things encompass as culture, and which we need to keep. Culture keeps evolving with time. It cannot remain same. Your values will remain same, but the culture will always evolve with time, with the changing expectations of people or stakeholders. Any thoughts on this?
Sir, were you trying to share any new screen slide? We couldn't see.
This is only COVID safety. You're not able to see this COVID safety how?
No, sir. We are able to see only welcome page.
Oh my God, is it so?
Yeah, we were seeing only welcome page.
Yes, sir. We are only seeing the page one.
From the beginning, we are seeing only one page.
I didn't understand. This is only you are seeing.
No, even before this.
You're not seen
agenda.
You're not seen this.
Available.
You're not seen this.
No,
Sir.
no.
Only
This
one
one.
Agenda screen.
This
first
one.
slide. Only first slide.
This one also you're not seeing.
No.
No.
Sorry.
Agenda screen దగ్గర అయిపోయింది sir.
Excepting first screen.
I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that. This is the first slide, and we talked about the standards. We discussed house safety. We discussed online safety. These are the recommendation best practices. Then we talked about COVID safety. And are you able to see this now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry for. I don't know how it happened, but I'm sorry for that.
I had pointed it out, sir.
I didn't understand. I thought no one told me that it is welcome page only I'm showing.
Will you be sharing the presentation with us?
Yes.
That's fine.
I do that in recording also. So are you able to see this?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Your thoughts on this?
Can I add on here to certain points?
What's your name, please?
I'm Prarthana again.
Yes, Prarthana.
So as you rightly said, the culture when we are at home and lockdown time, we are going back to that ancient culture once again, what I have realized, and the same thing happening with the others also. Like we have started living with the concept of less is more. Whatever we are having, with that we have curbed all our, I mean to say, wants. We have moved from needs to wants. Whatever we used to spend outside, we used to go enjoy luxuries, everything got curbed, and we have learned to lead a life with less is more hygienic, more systematic. The life has really changed. We have redefined new routines in our life, and it is a good change, in fact, I mean to say. So even in our school we are following that what we call sustainable goals, UN sustainable goals, 17 goals of UN SDG sustainable goals. So use less and environment friendly, less is more concept. So these all the things have changed students mindset, and it has created a beautiful culture. I mean to say, if you see that positives end of this transformation, and we have stepped into new normal. It is a new normal.
That's what in fact when I was discussing, I'm sorry I could not show this slide to you. This is what is the best practices recommended in current situation for online safety. That is routine, right online tools, robot support systems, responsibility sharing, and relationship development beyond family. And rightly, culture is the key, because everything. See, you might have procedures, protocols, but if you don't have culture, everything will fail. Yes, Sri Krishna, you were saying.
Sir, how about online security for online safety, sir? You have to consider the online security also.
It will be a part of protocol discipline. All these things will be a part of protocols. We need to come up with new protocols for. See, when you are doing, the reason I started with health and safety is when you do list out all activities in the organization, you will definitely come up with hazards, risks, control measures, and then protocols, procedures, processes, practices. So that's how you should build to build a culture related to health and safety, school quality, school safety. Even that takes care of the quality. If you just list down the activities, look at hazards, risks, control measures, practices, I think your quality and safety is intact. Yes, Sri Krishna, you were trying to mention something.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have one general concern about this situation and the school's approach. They are all advocating for the online classes, but for small children who are less than third class, second class, they are continuously sitting before the small mobiles and they are continuously focusing. Is it not going to affect them in any way?
No, this is not right, is what I also feel. But that's the only way we are facing situation. And it will not be, it has to change, It has to be a blended approach, a few thing online, few thing physical. So we are all preparing, That's what I'm saying. Most of the schools are under a lot of pressure. And how do they manage the changing situation?
Can I answer this? My name is Ramesh.
Yes, Ramesh.
What happened is there's a lot of brainstorming done in the state of Kerala.
Okay.
What they did, I'll take two incidences. One is Kerala. Many people don't have devices, any mobile phone or tablet or laptop. So in Kerala, they first standard to 12th standard or 10th standard, they opened different TV channels and gave the classes through TV channels, TV programs in that fixed time.
Okay.
By a fixed teacher, not from the same school.
Okay.
And what they did was, whenever there was a question or a doubt to be asked, they can ask their local teacher who was also on duty all the time in their own locations. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, this is what happened. And many people don't have devices, a laptop or mobile phone or tablets and things like that. I'm just giving an example.
Yeah, okay. So, any other thoughts on safety, or we can move on? Any questions on safety?
Sir, Soumya here.
Yes, Soumya.
Just want to share an experience what my daughter goes through. It can be a challenge as well. You can consider that way. So basically, they're conducting all these on Zoom.
Okay.
Now, the way it's been conducted is not just for one section, but there are like 120 kids at the same time.
Okay.
When it comes to safety, why am I picking this topic is because now my child is always, at the edge of the seat and she wants to answer. They're creating that, anxiety and a lot of issues wherein, there's a lot of mind which is where she's thinking a lot, that she's not being questioned or she doesn't get a chance to talk. So basically what I see the challenge here is they're not able to put it in the right manner, or they're not segregated. They don't have a proper planner into picture. So clubbing all the children at once, it's putting a lot of pressure on the child, because they're waiting for their chance to talk. They're eager to learn. And the other bit of it is not many of them have web cameras where the teacher can see if the seating posture of the child is right.
Yes.
That's the biggest challenge I am facing. And the other one is my daughter has -4 power.
See, earlier only illness was limited to software employees. Now with the kind of time they spend on internet and sitting in front of computer, slowly it's entering into our children's life, and their physical activities are getting reduced, and they're impacted. Their minds are impacted.
Definitely
thinking
the
is getting
computer
impacted.
is unavoidable, sir. I understand it is unavoidable at this in this situation. Well, what I'm trying to say is, if they can put in that extra effort to monitor, limited the kids and monitor each child as to what they're doing. As we're talking about safety right now, probably I have time to check on my child what she is doing. But when it comes to schools perspective, I don't think they're following it. I'm just giving you example.
It may not be practically possible. So that's the reason we as consultants have to work with the teachers or schools in at least discussing, when you discuss activities, discuss hazards, discuss risk, discuss protocols, I think things will keep changing. And what is good today, after 3 months, your risk will differ, your control measures will differ, your practices will differ, and we have to quickly adapt to these changes. That's as a consultant, we have to be alert and keep working with the schools on this front.
Just to add on, Sir Soumya here.
Yes.
It's not, I'm not talking about any normal school right now. Being, one of the number one schools down south, the number one, Times Magazine have, rated them number one since last 3 years. And they're not able to do it. So I can see the confusion of probably not being able to manage as to what they're supposed to do.
It's normal, and we have to work with the schools as a stakeholder. We have to, I don't know how Parent Teacher Association is working on it. They have a more role to play now, actually.
So, I was talking to the people one day after the parent-teacher meeting separately on phone. I told him that I've seen a lot of students online are not in the mood as if the student should be active, talking and looking very eager to learn. So I suggested him have a lipstick check being done randomly on the schools which the teacher feel can be a naughty kind of boy or girl, that come on video for 1 minute and show me your face. So those sort of lipstick check has started after that. And now the student I have seen last week on the Saturday that everybody is properly dressed, looking fresh, and sitting in the classroom like a normal class. Now, not on uniform, but definitely in a wonderful looking dresses they wear now, and it looks as a fresh class is there. So this kind of
Okay. Now we'll close this discussion here, and I'll take you through the 11 principles, which is reflects the implementation of the 3 standards. Because taking one standard and talking to you is not what I'm here for. I'll take you through the 11 standards. I'll also share the presentation because I don't want to read out the presentation. That's not the purpose of this session. But having this presentation with you, it will help us discuss tomorrow about 21 plus action items and then build upon, So your consulting practice, you'll be able to build upon looking at this presentation, which I'm going to share after the class. But I'll give you an overview so that it helps. The first principle for implementing integrated management system, considering quality, safety, and educational organization system, is focus on learners and other beneficiaries. So what does it mean, or what action items we need to have here as a school? It says the principle 1, it says you need to focus on learners and other beneficiaries. So what do you mean by this, and what action items need to be there in a school in respect of this principle?
Can I add on here? I'm Prarthana speaking here. So when we are focusing on learners, our basic motto has to be giving meaningful learning to the children. So providing meaningful learning, so our strategies, our teaching learning practices need to be in place. And for that, the continuous monitoring, your evaluation system has to be strong. Your standard operation policies need to be in place. And when it comes to the other beneficiaries, along with the learners, if there are staff, teaching staff, non-teaching staff, it is schools and organizations' responsibility to take care of their well-being and their all the requirements. So in that process also, we need to have proper standard operation policies in place. and proper execution and monitoring will definitely work out on this aspect.
Good, thanks. Any other thoughts? What does focus on learner? What kind of action items we need to have here?
Sir, Soumya here.
Yes, Soumya.
The first thing is it's more to do with teachers and students interaction right now, more than anybody else involved in this. So the first thing, the teachers have to learn is some more patience. They have to be even more patient than they were before, because I see that even they are also working like any other individual, but they lose a lot of patience. So probably bringing more awareness into them is one point that I have.
Right. So there are some best practices which are as per standard. It's not my recommendation. It is the standard prescribes this. I'm going to share this presentation just for your understanding. I'll take you through this so that you understand and how do we read it actually. One of the action item could be understanding the needs and expectation of learners and other beneficiaries to link what you plan and what you execute, how it's happening. 3, how are you communicating the needs and expectations throughout the organization? Are you able to see the screen, all of you? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
There are other action items which the standard has prescribed, but I don't want to take you through all the action items because I want you to read and come for tomorrow's discussion. I'll summarize it. It says the needs and expectation of learners should be identified. Identify the future requirements of learners. And we also need to see what would be the needs of, how are we creating value for our students actually? And how do we collect the feedback from the children and parents, and how are we working on risk opportunities? So this is what it means as learners focus and other beneficiaries. Why we should focus? The standard itself gives some suggested or benefits which we need to arrive at, increased value, increased ability, satisfaction, brand of an organization, all those things, personal development. So for every principle in the standard, like there are 11 principles. I don't want to read out this principle, but I'm going to give you a overview out of it so that when we read, you understand and it helps in discussion and implementing them. So each principle, I have listed what action items and what are the likely benefits which we need to look at. The second principle is about visionary leadership. What is visionary leadership? And what action items do you think it would have?
Sir, can I? Sorry.
Yeah, Shruti.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, Shruti.
Yeah. So leadership, maybe leadership should regularly review all the policies, procedures. They have regular, meetings with the team to understand the scenarios, and if needed, the policies can be changed based on the time.
So what is visionary leadership?
Visionary leadership means they have proper forecast. They have information of future and they should take actions in advance.
Can I, Mahmood here?
Yes.
Yeah, see, the role of the leadership is too critical here, because the first thing it is that he should accept the change that is coming in due to the COVID pandemic. The second thing is, during this pandemic, he or she needs to maintain the same quality or improve the quality, so that the school's brand that he has been building up for the past many years doesn't go below what it is at the status today. So the vision here should be quality of education in terms of delivering from the teacher's perspective to the student, and then make sure that the content is understandable to the child, and then the student is able to communicate back to the teacher with the digital tools. So the two-way communication is too important for here.
Yeah.
So again,
Thank you, Mr. Mehmet. Yeah. Mr. Prakash Verma, you were trying to say something. Mr. Verma, you raised your hand, I think. Okay. So the standard also prescribes, if you see, you need to relook at your values and promote your values in the organization, because all organizations which are driven based on values will last long, and you can comfortably bring changes across the organization. And changes, small changes across the organization is the need of the hour, and that's how it is going to transform or transit from the existing scenarios to the expected situation, expected scenario of an organization. There are a set of action items which the standard has suggested, which we look at tomorrow. But just for an understanding, I'm just trying to summarize this. As a leaders, we need to do SWOT at department level, SWOT at process level, SWOT at organization level, and relook at our purpose, vision, values, goals, targets, and leadership pipeline. Again, why the standard itself has suggested to improve its effectiveness and efficiency and proper alignment between all the stakeholder requirements, and developing the capability, competency of organization as well as people to achieve the desired results. The third principle which all the standards talk about is engagement of people. Engagement of people, there are certain action items which standard has suggested. Even we need to also, when you are trying to engage people, we also should know what type of constraints our people have in school, in the institution, be it students, be it teachers, and we need to come out with solutions or eliminate these constraints. Then only people will be able to perform. So to summarize engagement of people, we need to relook at our organization design, the kind of positions we would like to have, what kind of background, what kind of competency we should have for each of this position, what role, responsibilities, authorities, because now the role, responsibilities, authorities have to really undergo change. We have to redefine, relook at this because of this current situation. To ensure business continuity, we need to relook at all these things. And these are some of the things like skill development, performance management, recognitions, because people are hard pressed, and how do we, you can recognize person, in person, but when you are doing a lot of things virtually, how do you recognize? You have to find ways and means to recognize, reward children, people, or stakeholders across. Again, benefits are many when you engage people, because when you engage people, people own the process. When you promote culture in the organization, people are on the same page, because value is what it would be a reference. Values would be what a reference point be for all of us. Principle 4 talks about process approach. Here we need to have several action items, including managing risk. Process wise, what risks we would have. So this is how you should lay out your process flow, not the typical process flow. This is, we need to define what activities are there for it. Say admission is a process. What are the activities you have? What kind of inputs? What are the sources for these inputs? What are the outputs? Who is going to receive this? What is more important here is the controls and checkpoints which we need to establish. This is more important. And day after, I think third day is what I propose to discuss about how do we prepare process manual for a school, considering safety and quality. So if any school has to bring about change in the organization, first they need to also look at the documented system in the school. Once you freeze your system, it is easy to communicate, it is easy to replicate, it is easy to practice actually. So say one school is there, they may have several branches, but if as consultant help these institutions develop process manual, very structured process manual, it will help them to drive their efforts in an intended manner. And having a process manual will have a lot of benefits, including you know what kind of results you can expect, and you can always look at the desired performance or effective performances across. Another important benefit when you have the adequacy or compliance would be taken care. Adequacy in terms of implementation, compliance in terms of meeting the requirements would be taken care when you have the process manual in place. Any questions at this juncture? We have discussed about how many principles we have discussed. First one was learners focus. Second was visionary leadership. Third was engagement of people. Fourth was process approach. Any questions at this juncture? Any questions from anyone? Divya, Shobna, Shruti, anyone? Any questions you have?
Sir, one word I saw in the slide, this is Shruti, leadership pipeline. Can you please explain on that?
Yeah, it is basically you should have leaders at all levels. That it means you need to develop leaders at across organization so that there is a proper career plan, career succession plan in the place in the organization.
Okay, it means backup plan.
Backup plan, yeah.
Okay.
Because if you want to scale up, if you want to sustain the business, you need to grow your people, and the people grow the business.
Okay. Yeah, understood. Thank you.
Yeah, Prakash Sharma has answered this in the chat box. He says different levels in the school and developed second line leadership. Yeah, thank you, Prakash. महमूद साहब आपका म्यूट करोगे, थोड़ा सा आवाज बहुत आ रहा है. The fifth principle which standard talks about is improvement, and under improvement the standard has given a recommendation of actions which you can implement. I'll be sharing both the presentation as well as standards in the WhatsApp group. Please have a look at it. I am going to give you a concise way to initiate actions as a consultant, because you cannot take it as it is and implement in any school or institution. So we'll cluster them and then try to put it across when we are doing consulting. So under improvement, we need to help schools in listing out what kind of improvements they are looking at, what kind of breakthrough changes, radical changes they need to want to bring about, what kind of innovative practices they would like to initiate or install, what kind of benchmarking, because in current situation, people might have come up with a lot of best practices and it might be working. So it is a good time when we exchange notes across, and then we have to ensure that we do everything, but by reducing cost. Today's parents or children are not able to pay the fees to schools, and schools have its own ways to uh, give permission to students whether they can attend online class or not. If they are not paying, they cannot attend the classes, and it is all schools are affected. Teachers are not getting paid. There are instances where college buses, the transport drivers have been removed, and they've been told that don't come till September. We'll not be able to pay salary. Salaries have been reduced to 40% or 20% till August, September. So it is important that we as consultants should also work on measures to ensure that salaries are taken care of people, because we all have been used to live in a particular way of life. Suddenly you cut the sources of income, then families get affected. Yeah. And as consultant, we also need to help organizations or schools reorganize themselves, because there is a necessity of a facilitator like us who can work, because जो करता है उसको कुछ गलती दिखता नहीं है, they don't find any difference, and only an outsider like us will be able to have a different perspective and give them have a discussion and then make them realize what kind of change the organization requires. Yeah, there are a lot of benefits when you work on this principle. The sixth principle, there are about 11 principles, but sixth principle is again about decision making, and it has a few action items. But to summarize, we should have performance indicators across the different processes and departments, which is normally not there in schools. I have been working with a lot of schools, but they're poor in number game. They don't capture the efforts as well as outcomes both. They normally either put more focus emphasis on results or particular indicators which looks good, maybe or meets the expectations of parents. But my suggestion, as consultants, we should help these schools, especially schools, in listing out lag indicators, lead indicators, which is basically the indicators which define what kind of, how much efforts you are making, are you making right efforts, and what kind of outcomes you are getting. Again, it's important if you work on decision making or data analytics, because that helps you to make a decision with information, or make an informed decision is what I believe. The next principle out of 11 principles is about relationship management, and here we need to focus on student-teacher relationship, teachers-management relationship, supplier relationships, staff relations, parent-teacher relations. These are the areas, and we need to find ways and means to ensure that relationships are intact in spite of the current situation, or situations may change from time to time, but what is life is all about relationship. So we need to ensure that the key for relationship, whether it's a husband, wife, or parent, child, teacher, child, is communication. So we'll find ways and means to help our schools to establish communication metrics, communication protocols, which will ensure or enable deliberate communication within this relationships, stakeholders. And why is known? The eighth principle of the 11 principles is social responsibility. So I am trying to simplify. The action items are many, but I don't want to confuse with so many action items as per the standard. But what I'm saying is, start with taking care of your staff, take care of your service providers, and the community we live in. I think that takes care of everything. If you take care of your staff, the staff takes care of everybody. Is what my response. You have to start with internal customers. That's a social responsibility. We always are focused on satisfying external customers, but my recommendation is look at internal teams, internal customers. I think if you take care of them, they take care of everything. And they're the kind of ideas internal people can come up with. I think it will help all of us, complete organization. So benefits of social responsibility is cost savings, risk management. You can ensure proper culture, because people don't, employees don't leave organizations, employees leave bosses. So we need to ensure that relationships are intact. Very important subject, but ignored by many schools. So coming to many schools do not focus on extending the learning opportunities to all strata of community. And then how do we promote inclusivity? It becomes it's only on paper. So this is where we as consultants in our articulated manner should promote inclusive growth, promote the school education is available for all people. It should make affordable also. There are ways and means where you can support income generation for the school in lieu of this kind of initiatives. Principle number 10 is conduct and education. So these are common action point items, but to keep it very simple, we should discuss what kind of things have gone wrong in our organization, in the schools, what kind of issues or what kind of incidents has taken place, which is calls for our attention, and see if our code of conduct needs a change, or see if we need to reiterate the code of conduct in our stakeholders. Integrity is basically what you think, what you say, and what you do are aligned. So there are a lot of benefits if we have integrity in place. Most important today, all information is available with school. And if you have noticed, GDPR was initiated about 2018 kind of thing, 2019 I think it got formally done. But thereafter, governments across, they have initiated, like Government of India has initiated privacy rules, which needs to be implemented by all organizations, whether it's a healthcare, whether it's education, whether it's a manufacturing, or whether it's a bank. We need to implement privacy rules. Another important initiative in terms of ISO which has come is ISO 27701. Satgur sir, are you aware of this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I worked on this.
You worked on this. Then there is another standard which has come up, is 27017 and 18.
Yes.
So these are security standards we need to ensure, and we need to ensure confidentiality, integrity, ability of information we have, kind of backup systems we have, what kind of risks you have, and how educate all of our stakeholders in taking care of this. So here we need to really look at, I don't know whether, Sadhguru sir, there is a standard called ISO 20000.
Yes, sir.
it would be much big demand for even schools today, the kind of storage systems they'll have and all, isn't it? Can you throw some light on this?
Basically, ITSM talks about the total IT infrastructure availability at all given point of time, with proper data recovery sites available, and also for the information availability whenever required. So the confidentiality is one part which has been added now very differently by all the governments across the globe. So ITSM basically is the logical and the physical boxes of the technology which are in use at the locations. So for schools, it will be servers where the attendance system is being recorded, with the name of student and the age and the corresponding address and the phone numbers and the parents' name, occupation, all personal data is saved. So personal data security basically talks about the storage of the system differently. So that is the big understanding for all of us. Otherwise, if you go into depth, it is a very comprehensive system which we have implemented in the banks.
So now schools have to wake up to robust IT systems. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for them to manage. So they need to really ensure that their IT infrastructure is right, correct. It's not just having computer lab and all those audiovisual. That doesn't suffice. It's not suffice. You need to ensure proper storage systems. You need to ensure proper privacy rules are in place. So as consultants, we need to improve our knowledge on this 11 principles plus the safety aspect which I discussed, and then try to serve. Today I limit our discussion to sharing of this presentation. What I want is, we have still 5 minutes to go. What I'll do is, let us interact for some time, and that will help all of us. You can, if you're comfortable in asking question on chat box, it's okay. Or you can ask question directly. We still have about 6 minutes to go.
Sir,
I think that will...
here.
Yes, Sri Krishna.
I have just one question, sir. Recently, a couple of years ago, there was an accident in Kukatpalli, one of the schools. Shed was collapsed. So, under which criteria we can cover this in these scenarios?
It has to be part of workplace safety. You have to identify. You have to identify hazards and then ensure the risks are taken care. So that's what. It's not related to online and COVID. It is related to. It's an organization set. So it's a workplace safety. Actually.
Workplace safety. Yes.
So when you list out activities, when you go to pantry, when you go to library also requires a lot of safety measures in a school. So every department, sports department, music and arts, every department,
So, a question in continuation, sir. But in generally, the schools will be following the building stability certificate given by some organization, or fire safety, some organization give that. So, can we rely on that, or we have to?
No, don't rely on that. I have done more than 200 educational organizations. Like all industries, they also stage manage this, getting the certificate and licenses. But we being responsible consultants, instead of looking at their licenses and all, because licenses, certificates don't speak volume. Your interaction, your conversation with the teachers, your conversation with the students, your observations during your site visit and all should make a difference. Sometimes it's all stage managed. There are schools which operate without license. And how the way the fire safety license is given is like ISO certificates are given in market, 2,000 rupees, 3,000 rupees. So we are not here to look at certificates and decide that this school is good. No. So that's where we need to come up and suggest implementation of standards, the standards which we have been talking about. I'll make it very easy. I'll try to compartmentalize into a 21 action items. As of now, 21. but it can be more kind of a thing. And then you can serve the schools across because the idea of you growing as a consultant, school consultant, is to offer your services online, because schools will not have time and energy to listen to you. You will not have time. Normally all schools are very busy, very busy. So instead, this is an online business opportunity which I have created for all of us. I'm also going to work on this. Earlier, I used to go and visit the schools and then work, but today it will not be required. All of us will work with schools online only. You can work for sitting here in Hyderabad or place where you belong to. I think you can cater services to Bangladesh, schools in Bangladesh, schools in Assam, schools in rural areas. Maybe the pricing and the way you would like to serve them might differ. Don't prepare any standard protocols so that they can copy and paste and use it, and they say that they have implemented system. Never do that. As consultants, we should never do that. We have to enable, we have to help the school evolve its own documentation. Delhi Public School documentation is totally different. Last 12 years I've been working with them. The way I have developed documentation for Johnson Grammar School is completely different. The way I have developed systems for Pallavi schools are different. So it is not same. The subject is same. The way interpretation is same. But the way I got it done by the teams, they have evolved, they have developed the system and they are implementing, they are owning it. They are not dependent on me. So as consultant, we should ensure that we should be able to transfer the knowledge, transfer the skills, transfer the energy to the schools so that they understand the spirit behind implementing the systems and implement it. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Yes, yes, sir.
Sir, like earlier sessions also, we through your sessions we got an understanding that we are not supposed to work with competitors or something. So if we take school as a sector, so almost like everyone
it will not affect. Here it is not going to be. It will not affect. I'm talking about sustainability reporting. That is different. Where you have a lot of in sustainability reporting. The last week coaching sessions, we discussed that it is always ideal that we don't prepare for our competitors, our clients' competitors. But schools you can cross, and it becomes easy to guide.
Yeah. Okay.
So the reason I'm going to work with each one of you is see, you're learning swimming now.
Yeah.
And once we get one project and then start working, each one of us for next 10 projects, each of this project will have given different perspectives. And that's the reason I have recommended that please work with me for first 10 projects. उसके बाद आपको मेरी जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. You may not require me. But I want you to take roots, kind of a thing, and lay your good foundation so that you can be on your own and then serve the community.
Right.
Any questions?
So one more questions I have been facing, like seeing through my neighbors and all, when they're attending their online classes, is schools they already have charged some fees. Okay, say sometime now international schools are charging in lakhs. Okay, so but otherwise parents now they are telling that it's becoming online. Why should we demand so much fees and be paying so much fees? So maybe we can put in some knowledge.
It is important. Like today I was reading the interview of Indigo Airlines CEO. They are reworking on the costing, the arrangements with different service providers, so that they can reduce the cost for the community, travel community.
Correct.
It has.
No,
it
but
has
what
to
I was thinking was, see if the schools or colleges, which they cut down on their fees, definitely it's difficult
what
for them
they
to
can
survive.
manage. Their fixed expenses cannot be controlled now. fixed expenses would be there. What they can manage is their overheads. Now they need to classify them and then need to rework on it, and if required, you need to see whether it's a make or buy decision kind of a thing, whether you would like to do it yourself or would like to engage a specialist and get it done kind of a thing.
Maybe I think this will be one of the good points we as consultants can
You
work
have to
on.
ask, that's what one of the action items is this area. Help them in working the reducing the cost, so that indirectly it benefits the parents, it
Correct.
benefits the children, it also benefits the service providers,
Correct.
Chandrasekhar.
Sir, Kiran here.
Kiran, how was the session so far, Kiran?
Yeah, it has been good and very knowledge oriented. Whatever we do, before the start of any work, we feel that, we understand what is the process and to be processed, as is and to be processed, right? How do we start, if I go to a school tomorrow, right? How do I introduce myself, one, as a consultant, and two, how do I start
As a consultant?
As a consultant.
Sir, did you attend my presentation earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I take you through this, are you able to see the screen? No.
Not yet.
Just hold on. Are you able to see this?
Yeah.
Are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
So we have covered, I've given you an essence of the standards.
Right.
Tomorrow I'll be talking about how do we implement the systems.
Okay.
Day after we'll talk about how do we to help the clients prepare the process manual.
Okay.
Day 4, I'm going to talk about how do we do online consultations and auditing. And last day, I'll be talking about how do you launch yourself as a consultant. In that, I'll also, if you see, day 2 is this 21 action items, day 3 process manual, projects management. This is where I am going to talk about how do you introduce yourself, how do you launch yourself, how do you start earning as a consultant.
Okay.
These are the days. So today it's out of syllabus, I'll say. We'll park that question or answer for the 5th day.
Well noted, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions? How was the session today anyway? Any thoughts?
Sir, I'm Prarthana speaking again here. The session was really good, covered most of the points, sir. So I just wanted to tell you that now that system is going to be in the same manner. Now the consultancies are going to happen in the virtual manner, because even Glendale is going for NIAS and CAS accreditation. These are international school accreditations, North England Association Schools and Council of International Schools accreditation. And even we are going with the virtual visit. And the people are going to visit our school on virtual manner. And the protocol is very clear to us, like they would be sending their recommendations, they would be sending some guidelines how the school has to be prepared for the virtual visit. So now this is going to be the new normal, and we all have to be open-minded to accept this, and we have to live with this. That's it.
Yes. So it is not a theoretical course, it is more of a evolving solutions for the school, so that we understand and we have to handle or customize, give a customized solutions to different people. It cannot be same solution. we are learning how to think. We are learning how to ask questions. We are learning what is right or what might go wrong. That's what is our learning about today. Chandrasekhar?
I'm just learning
So
something interesting.
You being a trainer,
Yeah.
so I just wanted your feedback. How was the session?
Sir, I'm sorry, voice was not clear, sir.
Is it? Okay.
It was breaking.
At your end or my end? I want to feedback. Your voice is breaking.
I have a stable net only. Yeah, now it's clear.
Okay.
Oh, which I should
A problem with Chandrasekhar Garu. Your
mine,
session was totally clear. Yes, sir.
Okay. So okay, okay, no problem. What was the three?
But anyways, I'll put. I'm happy.
No. I don't want that answer. I'm saying, what are the takeaways you have? That would be more interesting to listen. Are you carrying some learnings? That's more important for me. Yeah, Ramesh.
It was good. You focused more on the points of ISO 21001, which you expressed in the beginning. You covered most of them in a structured manner, and your presentation was clear and good. I didn't have any problem with the net from my side and your side, I think.
Yeah.
Only thing what happened is that you didn't go through that slideshow for a very long time, which you are going to share anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to do it anyway. So thank you so much. It's already 9:10. Time for all of us to say good night, and see you tomorrow at 7:20. It will be another interesting day where we learn actioning our learning. Actually, please go through the presentations, and then we'll come up with the action items. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Chandrasekhar.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Rohit, good night. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Yeah, Verma sir, good night.